Tonight on CTV News at 5, a dramatic takedown caught on camera. But was the force justified? Experts weigh in. Plus, the economic impact of hosting the Memorial Cup. Either Kitchener Rangers or the Guelph Storm are set to hold the 2027 games. How the rest of the city might benefit. And a flavor train station is making stops in Cambridge. CTV News starts right now. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. First at 5, a dramatic video of a police takedown at Kitchener's Victoria Street encampment is generating social media buzz. In the 16-second clip, a man can be seen being subdued by Waterloo Regional Police officers after leaving his tent. People have since been voicing their concerns over excessive force. We're joined now by CTV's Karis Mapp, who has been following this story for us today. Karis, why were police at the encampment?
Ashley, police say on August 29th, they were called to the encampment after receiving multiple reports of a man who appeared to have a gun. Police say when they arrived, they found a man who fit the description, but he refused to hand over the weapon or leave his tent. The video, that now has over 100,000 views, shows the struggle that transpired after police say they asked him to cooperate roughly 13 times. A former OPP commissioner is now giving his thoughts on how the situation was handled.
There was nothing really alarming came to mind. Knowing, of course, that they were going in searching for a weapon they believed to be there, a handgun. These are very dynamic, very highly emotional, tense moments. And when they go in, this is serious stuff.
Coming up at 6, I'll have more from police and why they continue to defend how their officers handled themselves during the takedown. Ashley.
CTV's Karis Mapp reporting live for us tonight. Thank you, Karis. A woman in her 70s has died after crashing her SUV into a downtown Guelph business this morning. Guelph police say the incident happened just before 10 a.m. near Norfolk Street and Commercial Street. Staff at the business reported a vehicle had gone off the road, hit the back of the business, and caught fire. Employees were able to put out the fire and the business was evacuated. The driver was transported to the hospital where she succumbed to her injuries. The investigation is ongoing. The 2027 Memorial Cup will be hosted in either Guelph or Kitchener. The Canadian Hockey League announcing both cities as the 2 finalists for the National Junior Hockey Championship. The winner will be chosen by a site selection committee made up of 5 people with sports experience. Both teams now have to submit the formal bid and will make a presentation to the committee. Members will then visit both arenas before choosing the host city in late November or early December. Kitchener's events manager says winning the bid would have a big impact on the community, and they're already talking about ways the city could make the event even bigger.
I mean, a lot of times we do events at the city, we say, here's a chance to showcase our town. Here's a chance to say, this is what Kitchener is. This is what we're all about. So it's kind of like putting on your Sunday best and showing people a good time. And I think we're pretty good at that.
In 2019, visitors spent over $9 million at the Memorial Cup in Halifax. Well, it's time to turn to a windy Friday weather report, Alex. I mean, it is just blowing out there, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much all day, and you had a chance to step out, especially this afternoon. You may have noticed those winds quite heavy, or strong rather at times. So this starting this morning, expected to last right through to the evening hours. So much of southern and southwestern Ontario under a special weather statement, but I do want to start with this wind warning in particular if you are in areas surrounding Georgian Bay or Lake Huron. So Wyerton, Sauble Beach, even Collingwood impacted by this. Wind gusts up to 90 kilometers an hour expected, 100 kilometers possible an hour too in some areas. So this again expected to last right through the day into the evening hours. And this is where we could see winds so powerful that damage to buildings possible. So you want to avoid wooded areas as well, and keep an eye on any loose objects that may be flying in the sky there because of these winds. But right now, looking at our satellite and radar map, a bit of cloud cover, mix of sun and cloud for us here in Kitchener, Waterloo in particular. A little bit further north, some wet weather. For us right now, we're seeing about a 30% chance for some showers at this point. Right now, we're sitting at 21 degrees, so close to seasonal, where we should be for this time of year. A little bit cooler, though, if you're by the water. 17 in Godrich. It is 18 in Mount Forest this hour, so some slightly cooler conditions there. And as we take a live look from University Avenue in Waterloo, you can see those windy conditions still with us and a little bit of that sun peeking through the clouds. But yes, it's that's pretty much the weather story of the day. It's all that wind.
Well, I mean, I think I'll take wind over rain any day. Thank you, Alex. And as we head into our first break, here's what you need to know. It's still patio season. Enjoy tonight's patio music series at the TWB Cooperative Brewing in Kitchener. Check it out between 7 and 10 p.m. You can pay what you can.
Download the CTV News app and stay on top of local stories as they unfold.
We go to a dramatic scene unfolding.
Customize your feed and watch live wherever you are. CTVKitchener.ca, your home for news.
Hold on to what is left of summer this weekend with the Endless Summer Festival in Kitchener's Victoria Park. Steve Roth is the manager of events with the City of Kitchener and joins us here in studio. Steve, always great to see you.
Nice to be here. Thanks.
Okay, tell me what Endless Summer is all about.
So you're right. It's been a busy summer, but we got one more in us, and it actually might be the biggest one yet.
Okay.
So excited! There's a new festival. Endless Summer is the name. And the whole reason we came up with this idea for a festival is when we look at what we do across the summer, I think we do a pretty good job at kind of the 50-plus audience. I think we do a pretty good job at families bringing their kids, but there is a demographic that's building and growing in Kitchener-Waterloo and the region. The young professionals who are choosing this area to live, late 20s, early 30s, maybe even into their 40s. And so we said, let's create this festival to not only welcome the students to our area, but also that caters to an audience that we haven't tapped. So Endless Summer was born last year. This is year 2. Bigger, better than ever, taking place tomorrow in Victoria Park.
Okay, awesome. We've got music, food, vendors, lots going on at the festival. 12-time Juno Award winner Feist is going to be playing.
Yeah, maybe one of the biggest acts that we've ever brought to Kitchener. Feist, who you mentioned, 12 Junos, Grammy nominations. I was just saying to you that she was on Sesame Street. How many people could say they were on Sesame Street with, of course, her hit 1, 2, 3, 4. Very excited about that. Music starting in the afternoon all the way through. And there's something for everybody. We intentionally worked with the Feist team and have an all-female headlining acts from 6 o'clock on. And something fun in the afternoon, there's a tribute to Freddie Mercury and Queen.
Nice.
So hit after hit after hit there. But yes, lots of food, lots of music. Great times to just bring your family. And I think the thing that I'm most excited about when we talk about our festivals is it's free.
Yeah.
Costs nothing.
That's awesome. So you can just be out, spending your afternoon downtown Kitchener, just pop into the park, enjoy a little bit of the festival, or stay for hours and enjoy the whole day, right?
Exactly. And there's so many great restaurants in the downtown core. The boathouse is down there, and of course food trucks. Bring your lawn chair and just enjoy an afternoon of music. Endless Summer. We got one more weekend of summer.
We're holding on to summer. I'm always holding on to summer. So hey, I love it. Tell me, today you guys are really busy getting the park prepped and kind of getting it ready for a festival. What does it take to transform the park into this festival life?
It's actually pretty exciting. So this morning we started around 8 o'clock this morning. Empty field, we see the clock tower and grass. And then every 15 minutes a truck is arriving, or tables are arriving, or tents are arriving. The stage arrives, the banners go up. When I was last there, we were not quite show ready, but you could tell something exciting was going on. And it is, after months of preparation, just kind of see it come to life.
Yeah.
It's very exciting.
Very cool.
Today's a fun day for us. And then tomorrow when those gates open and people start coming in, it's like, let's do it.
It's going to be busy. Okay, I want to touch on quickly before I let you go.
Yeah.
What events is the city working towards for the fall? Because there's always so much to look forward to. We're hanging on to summer with Endless Summer, but there's going to be more events too coming up.
I mean, the summer's coming to a close soon. It's been a wonderful summer. Everyone has said it's gone so fast, and it has gone fast. The cool thing is when the fall comes, of course, Oktoberfest. I thought the Oktoberfest team knocked it out of the park last year, and I think this year is going to be bigger and better at the Willkommenplatz right downtown Kitchener. And of course, we are getting into Christkindl mode. I hate to say it, Christmas is coming, one of the biggest things we do all year. And also, we've just already started booking some of our talent for 2026. And no spoilers today, but I think it's bigger and better than ever for 2026.
No spoilers?
I'll come back.
Okay, we'll hold you to that. Before you go again, Endless Summer tomorrow in Kitchener's Victoria Park. What time?
So we start at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
We go till about 10:30. Feist hits the stage at 9. Check out the website, Endless Summer Kitchener, endlesssummerkitchener.ca. It's got all the times, all the details. We're happy to report our bike check is back. So if you want to bike down to downtown Kitchener, Victoria Park, just check your bike in. If you've never done it, it's super cool, and it's going to be a beautiful day.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, check it out. Endless Summer. Hold on to summer. There's one last hurrah.
We're going to do it.
In the city of Kitchener. Steve, thanks so much.
Thank you.
And here's what you need to know. Grab a sweater and enjoy St. Jacobs in September for the historic walking tour on Sunday from 1 to 2:30 p.m. Check out the sights and sounds during this 90-minute guided walking tour. Tickets are $30. Of course, Alex is back with our full look at our forecast, and it's still going to be a little bit windy for the next few hours, it sounds like.
Yeah, the wind, that's the big weather story of the day, from the morning right through until the evening hours. And getting into a little bit later tonight, though, that's when things should ease up a little bit. As we take a live look, though, from University Avenue in Waterloo, this hour we are still noticing a little bit of that wind, but mix of sun and cloud. A little bit of blue sky there, and that sun trying to peek through the clouds. So when you're standing out in the sun, Ashley and I were chatting about that before, it feels a little bit warmer. You don't really need to layer up as much. It's when you're in that shade, really feeling a bit of that breeze, that's when you can feel a little bit more of a chill in the air. But yes, the wind, of course, that was the big talk about today and continues to be as the hour goes on. Much of southern and southwestern Ontario still under a special weather statement with the wind. So starting off with that for this evening. So these are strong winds that we saw today coming from the southwest. So this is as a low pressure system is moving over northeastern Ontario. So this is what's causing this. So we're seeing wind gusts 70 to 90 kilometers an hour, depending on where you are, possible. And again, starting in the morning, right through the day into the evening hours. So some areas under a wind warning. So if you were in Wiarton, that would have just been lifted moments ago, but along the shores of Georgian Bay. So if you are in the Collingwood area in particular, you are still under this wind warning. Gusts up to 90 kilometers an hour. Some areas possibly 100, depending where you are, and that's expected to last through to the evening as well. So this is where, again, we could see wind strong enough to potentially damage trees or buildings. So something to keep an eye on if you are impacted by this area. When we look at our futurecast, though, a little bit of cloud cover. We saw a mix of sun and cloud. We're seeing about a 30% chance of showers for us here in Kitchener-Waterloo at this point, and even getting into your Friday evening or later half, 10 o'clock or so, mainly clear conditions, which would be nice to see. Getting into your Saturday, cloud cover expected. A little bit further north, you could see some wet weather start to develop there, potentially some scattered shower activity. Then Sunday, this is when we could see another system start to roll in, potentially rain, heavy at times, risk of a thunderstorm too if you're going to be a little bit further north. So areas Mount Forest, Wiarton in particular, you could be hit by that. Even Barrie, Orillia, and if you are maybe headed north to the Muskokas and enjoying a little bit of cottage country. So 21 is right now in Kitchener-Waterloo, so pretty much around where we should be for this time of year. 22 degrees it is in London, also 21 in Sarnia. And if you are by the water, a little bit cooler into the upper teens there. So normal for this time, 22. So we are 1 degree above where we potentially should be for this time of year. Record high, 32 degrees. That was set back in 2018, and it was on this day in 1950. We saw an overnight record low of just 2.8. So definitely a little bit chillier than the 9 degrees we're expected to see as we get into your overnight tonight. And of course, those days definitely getting shorter. We are noticing that sun rising later and later each morning, 6:50 a.m. and now setting at 7:51 p.m. So getting into your overnight, just a few clouds, that wind coming from the west. This is when it potentially could stop a little bit in terms of that strength. So 30 to 50 kilometers an hour is what we are seeing. And then tomorrow, 20 degrees is our expected high, cloudy conditions, but it is expected to clear as we get into the later portion of the day, so into the afternoon hours or so. So that cloud cover is sticking with us for your Saturday, high of 20 degrees, and then this is when things could cool off just ever so slightly, a high of just 18 expected with a 60% chance of showers for your Sunday. And then, of course, just in time for school and work, that sun expected to return for your Monday.
Well, Alex, the red carpet was rolled out for the opening night of TIFF. Stars and fans celebrating the festival's 50th year.
Kicking off this year's festivities, a documentary about a beloved comedy icon. CTV's Andrea Case has more on the world premiere of John Candy, I Like Me.
The red carpets have been rolled out and everyone is ready for their close-up at this time of year. It's opening night at the Toronto International Film Festival, and leading the way, the film John Candy, I Like Me, with a stacked red carpet.
I mean, it's a lot.
Directed and co-produced by Colin Hanks.
And the fact that here we are 30 years after his passing and we're still celebrating him, I think is great. So I couldn't be happier to be here in Toronto premiering it. There's no other place I wanted to do it.
John Candy, the Canadian comedic icon, died at the age of 43. The film tells the story of his life, his triumphs and challenges, his children Chris Candy and Jennifer Candy Sullivan.
He was just such a lovely person and a charismatic person, but he was a father and he was a total human being, so he had his flaws and he had his things, but he was a whole person, and that's what is such a gift that we get to do with this movie.
Yeah, he was an amazing dad, and so it was just like everyone's favorite uncle and favorite father and all that for us, and we're excited to show the world in the documentary, and you learn a lot and you feel a lot, and you kind of will know what we feel on a day-to-day basis.
The film was co-produced by proud Canadian Ryan Reynolds, who came dressed for the occasion.
There's a little plane, a train, an automobile there. I don't know. Got some picture of him. On the back, I got his coordinates from Newmarket, Ontario.
Turn around.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, we went all out. A woman named Judy did this. She lives in Port Carling. Judy Carter is her name. And I was like, Judy, my suit didn't make it, which is true. And she, made this happen.
Andrea Case, CTV News, Toronto.
And here's what you need to know. A big pool party for the pups is right around the corner. On Sunday, head over to Kiwanis Park in Kitchener for the Humane Society's Dash and Splash. It's $20 per dog, and you can get tickets on the Humane Society's website. In tonight's Digital Dive, a full look at what's happening throughout Waterloo Region this weekend. From the Cambridge Fall Fair to endless summer happening in Kitchener, our team has all you need to know about the events to keep you busy. Just scan the QR code in the corner of your screen or go to ctvnewskitchener.ca. Okay, time now to take a look at the final 5 stories we're following today. Fresh off 2 days of meetings with his cabinet, Prime Minister Mark Carney today outlined how the government is going to help Canadian businesses adapt to the new global reality, including a $5 billion strategic fund to help companies and sectors hit by U.S. tariffs.
First, to help businesses pivot to new products and markets. Secondly, to retrain and retain skills and production here in Canada. And thirdly, to make our businesses globally competitive. So businesses can use these funds to invest in the design of new products, to retool their plants to boost productivity, or to offset the costs of accessing new markets.
Among other measures announced today, the new policy to ensure the federal government buys from Canadian suppliers and a review of the federal government's electric vehicle mandate. Meanwhile, the House of Commons Speaker is hosting officials from G7 countries and Ukraine in the Ottawa area today. Among those in attendance is U.S. House Speaker Mike Johnson. Working sessions will involve meetings on online disinformation, political polarization, and violence against lawmakers. The meeting is taking place as part of Canada's presidency of the G7. There are some sobering numbers for August, job numbers for August, which show that Canadian economy is feeling the impacts of Trump's tariffs. Statistics Canada says the unemployment rate rose 7.1% in August as the Canadian economy shed 66,000 jobs. That's a level of unemployment not seen since May 2016, excluding the worst years of the pandemic. The biggest losses were seen in transportation and manufacturing, as well as professional, scientific, and technical services. Well, it's been 45 years since Terry Fox was forced to end his marathon of hope while he was running to raise money for awareness of cancer research. Terry hit the pavement here in Kitchener and Guelph in July 1980, and today his older brother went with the next generation to ensure Terry's legacy lives on.
There's 10,000 schools in Canada, 4,000 in Ontario that do their own Terry Fox runs and fundraise. Obviously the students, most of the parents, most of the staff probably weren't born 45 years ago, so it's a new generation of students that are keeping Terry's dream alive.
Alexandra Hollick will have more at 6. Finally for us tonight, there's a new stop on the way to Flavortown. It's called AA Flavor Station. It's a new Indian restaurant in Cambridge that's delivering food to tables in an unusual way. Meals roll in on a tiny train thanks to tracks that weave from the kitchen throughout the restaurant. Although similar concepts exist with robots at sushi restaurants, the owner has taken a step back in time for a forward-thinking idea to stand out from his culinary competition.
I told you it's first time in Canada. No restaurant in Canada is maybe most rarely the Indian and Pakistani restaurant. No restaurant in Canada is like they serve the food over here actually, or maybe not in the North America. Some of the bars in North America I saw, maybe they serve the drinks or something on the track or like this actually, but they don't do the table to table. They just have a track over there. The track will go around actually, but though nothing over there is table to table.
At 6, Spencer Turcott has more on where the idea came from and the unique challenges they had to overcome to bring it to life. What a neat idea indeed. Well, that is our time. Thank you for watching. We'll have more local news coverage at 6 with Alex and myself. But first, here's CTV National News.